So in calculation number 13, number 1 is we have f of t is equals to 1 and 0 is less than or equal to t and less than or equal to pi. We have to use the sine series. So if sine series, we have add function, so we have to use the bn is equals to 2 over t integral of f of t sine and omega 0 sub 0 t to the limit of 0 to t. So in omega sub o is equals to 2 pi over t. So the value of t is pi, so we have to cancel the pi and we have the value of omega sub 0 to 2. So we have to distribute the 2 in the value of 2 in omega sub o. So next step is we have to perform the integration in sine 2 and t. So we have the value of f of t is to 1, so it will become 2 over pi times quantity of negative cosine 2 and t over 2 to the limit of 0 to pi is equals to 2 over pi times negative cosine 2 and t over 2 minus cosine 2 and t 0 over 2n. So the value of cosine 2 and t, pi, and pi I mean is negative 1. Value of cosine is 1. So equals to 2 over pi times negative 1 over 2n minus 1 over 2n is equals to 2 over pi times negative 2 over 2n, and to simplify it will become negative 2 over pi n. So we have to distribute the value of bn into the formula or the given, which is f of t is equals to the summation to n is equals to 1 to infinity bn of bn sine t. The value of bn is negative 2 over pi n sine n t. So equals to negative 2 pi summation to n equals to 1 to infinity of 1 over n sine n t. So we have to distribute from sine n equals to n to infinity. So we have negative 2 over pi sine t, which is the value 1, plus number 2 in 2 is 1/2 sine 2t plus 1/3 sine 3t, and so on to infinity. So number 2, we have f of t is equals to t 0 is less than or equal to t and t is less than or equal to 1 sine series. So we have to use the bn equals to 2 over t integral of f of t sine and omega sub o t to the limit of 0 and t. So we have to get the value of the omega sub o, which is 2 pi over t is equals to 2 pi over the value of t is 1 is equals to 2 pi. So we have to substitute the value of omega sub o, which is 2 pi. And then next step, we have to perform the integration of t sine 2 pi and t. It will become negative t cosine 2 pi and t plus sine 2 pi and t to the limit of 0, 1 to 1. So distribute the limit, the value of limit, which is we have 1 and 0. So first is we have to factor out 2 times 2 pi n times negative t cosine t plus sine t to the limit of 0. So distribute the value of 1 into t, and then minus the value of 0. So we have 2 pi n, so 0 cosine 0 plus sine 0. The next is simplify. We have the value of 2 times the 2 pi n minus 1. It will become negative 4 pi n. So that's the value of bn. So next we have to distribute the value of bn into the formula. F of t is equal to summation to n is equals to 1 to infinity of bn sine n t. Then distribute the value of bn, and then get the final formula. Get out the negative 4 pi, and then use this formula to get the Fourier series. F of this was the negative 4 pi times sine t plus 2 sine 2t plus 3 sine 3t, and so on to infinity. So this is the final answer in the number 2 Fourier series, using Fourier series. So first we have to familiarize or memorize the Fourier series formula and method. So this is the formula. We have f of t is equals to a sub 0 over 2 plus summation to n equals to 1 to infinity an cosine n omega sub 0 t plus bn sine n omega sub 0 t. We have even function and odd function, and then also an over t is equals to 1 over t, and an over 2 is equals to 1 over t integral of f of t dt to the limit of 0 to pi. This is the formula that we have to familiarize. And then the last learning that very important is we have to review the integration function.